It takes about 3 hours to drive from Estancia Cayman to Fazenda Sao Francisco. We get there at dusk. We check in and hurry back for a sunset drive. In the fading light, we get a sample of what's to come. Lots of raptors. Then another beautiful sunset. And the sunrise is just as beautiful. The parrots are waking up. These two belligerent blue-fronted parrots accosted me and demanded food. Wolfgang tried to reason with them, but they weren't buying. So they attacked my camera. Breakfast is served in the cantina. Then we all load up and we're off for a game drive. Fazenda Sao Francisco is a rice plantation with cattle and ecotourism on the side. We drive along rice fields separated by canals and teeming with wildlife. Like any farm, you see equipment parked by the roadside waiting for a need. We look closely and see a harnero diligently building their nest on the hitch. Time to get out and walk a bit. Brazilian law requires that at least 20% of the land holdings of these large farms and ranches be left in a natural state. Translation? Food court. Here you are the meal. We pass these termite mounds as we head back for lunch. After lunch, we have some time to explore. The best way to describe the buildings is rustic. This is a farm after all. The grounds are decorated with well-used farm implements and equipment from another time. Someone here is a wood carver. There are all kinds of carved benches, signs, and decorations. Here's our home for 3 nights. Quite comfortable. And there's even a pool. Wolfgang is in the sensor cleaning business. The hammocks are tempting, but there's more to explore. For Sherry, the best thing on the menu is cowboy rice. Rice with dried beef. Here's how they dry the beef. Sao Francisco is making every effort to be ecologically correct. Even the cantina's kitchen is wood-fired. And the whole operation is overseen by Caesar, the blue and golden macaw. The farm is experimenting with their cattle stock, introducing Red Angus bloodlines to improve the quality of the beef. It's time for the afternoon game drive. We're headed to an area where jaguars have been seen recently. Hagina gets excited when she spots a white-tailed hawk. They're rare here. These rice fields look just about ready for planting. In the wet season, this is a flowing river. Fresh jaguar tracks. Hagina catches a glimpse of the jaguar as he's crossing the road, but he's gone into the thick underbrush. Light is fading when we see this handsome buck by the side of the road. We disturb a large colony of egrets trying to roost for the night. We pick up another guide to work the spotlight and bundle up for the night drive. I'm having camera issues, so this little bird is the only good picture tonight. Except for the sunset with the other camera. Another spectacular sunrise with a hawk for drama. A hollowed log bird feeder attracts a flock of black-hooded parakeets.
Tomorrow morning we are here though.
On our game drive this morning, we're looking for giant otters at one of the seasonal rivers. We aren't disappointed. 3 appear, curious as always. They check us out, then swim away and go back to hunting. We set out to explore the riverbed. As the water recedes, the fish become concentrated, attracting all kinds of water birds. When we head back to the truck, we hear the otters, but they disappear as we get closer. We wait to see if they'll return, and then we have to move on. The canals alongside the roads are very diverse habitats. Capybara are herbivores, and the fast-growing water hyacinths provide them with a never-ending salad bar. The pearl kite is the smallest raptor in the Americas. It's slightly smaller than a robin. We stop at another seasonal riverbed to see a very large concentration of large caiman. In the same riverbed, these 3 jacana seem to be dancing for us. Then guess what? Another giant anteater. Hagina says this is very unusual. In some of the fields, it looks like the tractor driver had a few too many caipirinhas. But no, this is just to slow the water running through the field. They are burning off the brush along the sides of the fields. Raptors, especially savanna hawks, are in the trees near the fires, waiting for their barbecue suppers. Choco Chocolaka. It's just fun to say. One more run after jaguar, back to where we were last night. No jaguar this trip. That just means we'll be back. Another spectacular sunset for our last night in the Pantanal. I learned about spot metering from Herman and got these great striped owl pictures on the night drive. But the ocelot was the best. In the morning, we see some new birds at the log feeder. The black-hooded parakeets wait impatiently for the bigger birds to eat their fill. On the way out to our game drive, we see cuckoos huddled together warming up in the morning sun. We head back to the river where we saw the otters yesterday. We hear them across the other side. We sit up and wait, and eventually their curiosity gets the best of them. They see nothing of interest in us, so away they go. We head back to pack up, but we're always on the lookout for interesting critters. Just time for a few flower pictures, and we're back on the bus headed to Iguazu Falls.